All right. So, hey, what's up, seekers? uh, Wanugee with Golden Dragon Fortune, K-Rap Psychic, and I'm here with Mai-Li.
Golden Dragon Fortune,
Yeah. So,
numerologist and feng shuier.
yeah, I don't know if we were still having technical difficulties, so I don't know if it's working. If you can hear us out there in YouTube land, but we'll kind of press on and see what we can do to fix this. If not, we'll post it. Maybe we can fix it post production. So today we're going to look at just a couple things. I think we had some requests for some information. One was a request from let's see, um, Dika Pertiwi. Dika Pertiwi, if you're out there, yeah, this is your question. You want to know about Jung Hae-in and Jisoo. These are two actors. They starred in a K-drama that was showed on Disney Plus in the U.S. Called Snowdrop. So Jisoo is the senior member of Blackpink. She happens to have the same birthday as me, so we're kind of birthday buddies. So her birthday is January 3rd, and then Jung Hae-in is a Korean actor, good-looking male actor who's been in a lot of K-dramas, TV shows, what have you. And so they did this Snowdrop, highly anticipated Snowdrop drama. I think it was done in late 2021, and then maybe it was brought to the U.S. in early 2022. I watched it. I watched the whole thing, um, and it's really kind of a historical period piece. It has to do with the 1980s when there was a kind of pretty much a dictator kind of regime in the South Korean country as president, and so it's quite a bit of intrigue. Korea, South Korea, North Korea, spies, a lot of action. It's really kind of got a lot of action. It's not just a melodrama. It's spies running around trying to chase each other, catch each other. A lot of twists and turns. There's a lot of violence. There's a lot of gun shootings and all that stuff. So, but underneath all that, there's this love story, or so anyway. So I did watch it, and it was pretty good. It was good. I mean, I love Jisoo, so yeah, and she did a great acting job, and they look very good together. So good chemistry there, especially if you see some of the pictures. But we're gonna do them and just see what's going on. Their compatibility. So like we did on some of our old videos, see the compatibility between those two, and maybe kind of see what the relationship is. Maybe moving forward, and then we're gonna do another Blackpink member, and that's Jennie Kim. And there was a request by Have Your Way 1984 out there. If you're out there, Have Your Way 1984 wanted to know about Jennie Kim's acting career because she's done. She actually is going to be in a home HBO Max drama that's called The Idol, and it's produced and starring, I think, The Weeknd, who's the big Canadian star, pop star, who's got a lot of big #1 hits out there. So he's in it, and I think I think Johnny Depp's daughter, I guess, but she's in it, and there's a bunch of other singers from around the world, I think, involved in it. So HBO, they've already filmed it. They filmed it last year, and they The Weeknd put out a couple of trailers, but it's in post production, and they haven't announced when it's going to be released. They say 2023, but that's anytime in the next 11 months. So we're going to do Jennie, just kind of look at her acting there, and maybe just acting in general, because she did a commercial. It was a long commercial for, I think it was a perfume line, but there was it was like a little vignette. It was like a 4 or 5 minute kind of surreal kind of video, and she had a lot of good screen chemistry. She had a lot of mystery about her, and yeah, so she has definitely the it factor on screen, at least one of those screen test kind of things. So we'll take a look at that too. So that's what we're gonna do, Mai-Li. So
Okay.
um, So anyway, I just wanted to say, hey, what's up, seekers? And I hope we can hear you, Mai-Li, because I
Well,
can't really hear it very well myself. So,
I'm looking to see right now if it's on live on YouTube. Let's see.
oh, okay, yeah, good.
I'm checking it out to see,
All
and
right,
I
good.
don't see. I'm looking for our. In the meantime, you could keep talking, but I just want to see if it's happening
Yeah,
live.
check it out. Check it out if
Yeah.
you can. And so that's what we're going to do today. A couple of acting things. Now tomorrow, I'm going to plan to do a little something about some girl groups because I've been requested to look at Baby Monster again. I've kind of done a couple of the kind of releasing,
Yeah.
unveiling who these
Excuse me.
members
I
of
don't
Baby
see
Monster.
anything. I don't see anything live with us right now.
No?
No, it's not. There's nothing going on live.
Okay, let me check
Let me see.
my side.
Well, it says G. Oh, well, yeah. Actually, you know what shows? It shows Jisoo, Hae, and Jennie. This shows not us, but the picture that you put up.
Right, but can you tap into live on your whatever you're
I
doing
just
there?
put live, and I don't. It says one watching, which is me. Um, but there's just a picture of Jisoo, Hae-in, and Jennie, and that's it. There's you don't see us.
Okay, let me see if I can check from my side too. Um,
Yeah, I don't. It is while you're talking, while you're
hmm?
checking. I guess I could do the numerology just to move it along a little bit.
Yeah, so who are you going to do first?
I'll do Jisoo. Is that how you pronounce his name?
Jisoo?
Yeah.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay, Jisoo. Yeah,
So
It's Kim Jisoo. Yeah.
yes. So he's
Let's see. It says live.
yeah. So but he's not. I'm the one watching right now, but he's. I don't
No, we're
see.
on there. It's on there.
You and I are there.
You got to click on the red live button. You got to get some feedback.
Okay, I'm not going to click on it, but can you hear me?
Yeah, I mean, we're live on YouTube.
Okay, okay, but can you hear me very well there?
On YouTube, I turned it off because I didn't want to get all the feedback.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, okay, well, we'll wing it. All right. Well, I don't.
It's
I
going to
want
be it's
to
going to
solve.
be in the kind of like the live stream, checking the live stream. Kind
Yeah,
of.
but it's so funny. I didn't see it on the live. I just saw just the picture of
Yeah, you
the.
have to click on the live button.
All right.
I don't
Anyways,
know
all
if you
right.
can do
So
that on
let's
your
let's
iPad, but
start. So
there's a live button.
all right. Well, he was born. His birthday is on the 3rd. So, the people who are born on the
I'm sorry,
3rd.
it's her. It's a Jisoo is a her.
Oh, it's a girl. I'm sorry.
It's
Okay,
a
so
girl. Yeah,
she.
she's my birthday buddy. She's got the same
Yeah, she.
birthday as me, January
Birthday
3rd.
is happy birthday to both of you. It was belated though. So expression comes naturally to you, obviously. Yes. You're very skilled in communicating your thoughts through conversation and
Mhm.
creative pursuits, and you're upbeat, which you are, charismatic, present, inspires others to get on board with your ideas. So
Okay.
that's the energy you project outward when you for your personality.
Yeah. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, Jisoo. Yeah, she's very responsible, but she's very lively and funny and kind of goofy sometimes. So, but she's very, charming and classy and all those things too. So, I don't know if I'm all those things, but maybe some of those things. So, all right. And then what about Hae-in, Jung Hae-in? He's the male actor who starred with Jisoo in Snowdrop.
And
So
what's the day of his birth again? I
it's April 1st, 1988. So
oh
he's an
my
Aries.
oh my gosh, he's a fire sign. Ooh, he's a fire energy. Okay. So with a one personality, that is a self-starter, someone who takes an opportunity and goes with it.
Hmm.
He's not never afraid. Fear is never a part of his conscience. He just goes and likes to try something new. Determination, endurance, powerful. He gets through all the struggles, and just all he's trying to do is achieve success. So that's a with a fire behind him. He's a I would say the word maybe in a very complimentary way, very intense. He likes to get the job done.
Hmm. Well,
Yes.
in this movie, he was very intense. I mean, he played everything you described in the role. he was like a North Korean spy and undercover and in all kind of very self-sufficient had to be because he was in South Korea. And so he was like take all comers and figure it all out, and he's like MacGyver for South Korea. So
That's a
but
perfect part for him because that's what he likes.
yeah, it was very intense, very intense. In the show, in the movie, he's always very intense because he can't let his guard down because he's a freaking spy, in enemy land, and so there's a little mystery around him, and strong sounding type, but he's kind of smitten by Jisoo, and who's not? Jisoo's great.
The third one that we were doing, I'm also just get them
Well,
all.
we're gonna do her later, okay?
Okay.
If you don't mind.
Okay.
So anyway, all right, great. So that's Hae-in, Jung Hae-in, who is an actor, K-drama actor, and Kim Jisoo from Blackpink, who took a little hiatus from Blackpink and did this acting role for this, I think it's a 16 episode K-drama series called Snowdrop. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. It's very good. It'll teach you a little bit about South Korean history as well, and all the things that were going on back then in the 80s. That was pretty bad actually. So anyway, so I thought I'd do a little compatibility study. I already did this, so I'm just going to point it up here. On our channels before, we did some compatibility study with some couples and looked at different ways to kind of calculate that. So I kind of did that already. So the first one is numerology, marriage compatibility. And that came out to be 71% and 1 point in my point numbering system, which is like 50%, you get 1 point, and 75% you get 2 points, and then over 85% you get 3 points. So that's kind of the system I used in the past. And so, yeah, numerology, what's interesting, Mai-Li, is their destiny is 90%, but their life path is only 40%. It's kind of weird. So far off. But anyway, that's them. The next one is the Batsi, Chinese astrology. Batsi, 66% compatibility. It's only 1 point. And then the Vedic, Indian astrology, is very close to the Chinese. It's 67% and 1 point. And then the Western Zodiac, this Capricorn and Aries, Earth and fire. Now, I might say that I think, that's a good working relationship because I had a 16-year relationship with my old boss. And I worked there, when I was just getting out of school, and small little company, and it grew. And he had a lot of the ideas and the energy, and I had kind of the structure. And, so I would kind of, he would kind of charge forward, and I would kind of clean up behind him and build the structure to help build the company. So from a working point of view, we worked together pretty well, but we had our differences of viewpoints and ways of doing things, because I was more Capricornish, I guess, more structured and step by step, and he was more fiery and kind of just shoot from the hip. And funny, we used to use the phrase with him. We'd say shoot, aim, fire. Usually like ready. Oh no, so usually ready, aim, fire, right? So with him we'd say fire, ready, aim. Like he would just shoot first, and then what, did I hit the target? Wrong target. Okay. So anyway, then in the Western astrology, here it is. So it's only 40%, 0 points. So from a love point of view, Aries and Capricorn is not the best combination. So if you add them all up and kind of average them, compatibility comes out to about 61%, and on my numbering system, 3 points, which is, it's over. It's positive, but not much, and 3 points is not very strong. So, because I've done some readings where compatibility is in the high 70s, and there's like 8 points, maybe even 10 points. So that's what it says. But let's see, since this have your Tika Pertiwi. Anyway, let's see what the Tao say about them, about the relationship between them. So let's focus on them and see what we come up with here. And mm, they definitely look great together. Sorry, I don't have the picture right here, but um, somehow I couldn't. Let's see, couldn't figure out how to get it into my presentation, but extra camera. Mm, let's see. I can do that real quick. No, can't do that. All right. Anyway, there's lots of pictures out there, and in the universe out there in the cyberverse that shows them together, and they look really cute together, really good together. Um, I mean, they're both very attractive, obviously, but they're kind of play the fan service. They kind of work the camera, make it look like like all those guys when they do their little when they're not promoting a drama, they're always got to show the love interest there, so they have to ham it up, to make it look good. All right, so let's see what the towels say. It says that that's something that perhaps maybe both of them thought about a little bit when they were acting and interacting, because they're on set every day, and Jisoo is very funny and goofy, so she's kind of entertaining. So you can't not like her, I guess. Even on the set. And then of course he was giving her, acting, interaction tips too. So, they had a lot of thinking about that. They were kind of wondering, the four bamboos, the carp represents kind of thinking, kind of wondering, kind of feeling it out type of thing. And at the same time, they're both kind of maturing in their own role. And this peacock represents that maybe, they change the way they see themselves a little bit, maybe because of the role and the acting together. But it seemed like more so that, Jisoo, this was a good experience for her. And it was her first acting gig, job. And really it was more kind of a coming of age of her acting skills that she was focused on, and, changing her abilities to maybe get more. Does say that there may be some. This duck says that maybe there's something that is, something about them that is enduring, in some type of way. Um, I think that I think on an award show, he kind of, made a reference to, a veiled reference to Jisoo. Um, so there's something they're happy with the relationship. It says they're happy with the relationship that they have. But it's going to be difficult, because they're all both going to be going in different circles. She's been touring, for the last, I don't know, couple 3 months. So she's been touring all over the world for the last 3 4 months since they came out with their new album. So that makes things difficult, and will continue to make things difficult, as things evolve. Um, but it says that maybe in the future there's still a chance that, they may have a strong bond, and maybe have some positive things, and they might still be connected. Hmm. It looks pretty interesting there. What the towels say. There's maybe something still there. We'll have to see how it plays out, but it looks kind of positive in some way. Um, so that's Kim Jisoo and, Jung Hae-in. So the next one that we're going to do is Jisoo's, sister, I guess. Her, uh, actually they're very close. Jisoo and, Jennie Kim of Blackpink. They're very close. They were kind of the first two to be part of the Blackpink, and they tell a story that when they got really close because they went to a bathhouse or something, and as you do in Korea, and they were like completely naked, and getting in this bathhouse and just sharing, the truth, and getting to know each other. So that kind of brought the barriers down. So they were, they're always, very close, even though, you know, they're close to the other girls too. But it's always Jennie and Jisoo because they're older, 95 and 96, and then there's Lisa and, Rose. They're both 1997, so they came in later, so they're kind of together. And so, but they move around. Jisoo's been spending a lot of time with Lisa the last couple of years, actually, at least in publicly. Anyway, so but Jennie, she did this acting role, and it was with, it was, she kind of used her kind of her Instagram name, her other I guess public name is called Jennie Ruby Jane. So on Instagram, her handle is Jennie Ruby Jane, and she already filmed and acted in this thing with The Weeknd and some other singers and actors, and it's going to be shown on HBO Max this year sometime. They haven't announced a date, but it was filmed last year, and there's been a couple of clips out there. I don't have the clips here, but there's a couple of clips. It's it's kind of it's portrayed as kind of sex, drugs, idols, very salacious in its tease, but Jenny's in there too. I think she's like just another idol that's maybe competition or something. I don't know. We'll see. But and then she did this commercial, which was also very good. That was kind of like a mini acting vignette. It was like maybe pretty long, and great, kind of well done. Kind of like a minute, but I don't know, 3-4 minutes. I don't know, I saw it. If you saw it, it would be, you said like, wow, who's that girl? Like, wow, she's pretty good. So she has a potential acting, potential here, I guess. And she does, commercials and stuff like that, so she can put on the persona. But let's see, I guess. So the numerology for Jennie Kim is she's born she's another Capricorn, 96. So what does it say for her?
What is her birthday again? The day?
It's January 16th.
Oh, 16th. Okay. So the birthday 16th, she is blessed. She's blessed with an inquisitive mind.
Mm-hmm.
And then that allows you to uncover important truths. Mm-hmm. She has the special ability to read into other people's feelings. So she has a very intuitive instinct about her.
Mm-hmm.
And she loves to share her wisdom and thoughts to other people. So she sounds like a really kind of a spiritual energy that likes to communicate on that level.
Great.
Yeah. So
yeah, that's great. Well, just a little history. I don't think you know her, Mai-Li, but she's Korean. She was born outside Seoul, or in the Seoul area, and then at 10 years old, she went to New Zealand and kind of did like 4 or 5 years of studying in New Zealand and integrating with the Kiwis down there in Auckland, and obviously learning English with a Kiwi accent. And then then her parents were going to go take her to Florida and maybe go through high school there in the US and maybe college or whatever. But she said I don't want to go to Florida. Why don't I just come back to Korea and do what I want to do, which is become a K-pop idol. So she got enrolled with YG Entertainment whenever how old she was, about young teens, and she trained for like 5 or 6 years. I mean, long time. But she's pretty talented. I mean, she's a good dancer. She's one of the best rappers around in K-pop, and and she's got a good voice and singing too. So, and then of course she shows this. She's very popular, very popular in Korea, particularly for all those Korean reasons, like small head and cat eyes and square shoulders and whatever whatever the Korean beauty standards are. They're kind of different, but she fits them all. And she's got a very sweet, bubbly personality, but she's got this stage persona that's kind of very chilling. So anyway, so she let's see what the title say about her acting career. Let's see what's going to happen with the Weeknd thing, the Idol, that particular series, since she already shot it, and see what the title say about that. Okay, so let's focus on that and see what we can come up with there for Jennie Ruby Jane. That she uses that name in as her persona on the credits, Jennie Ruby Jane. So she doesn't use her real name. And Says that she's going to come across really well in talking in her communications, and she's going to. I guess the role is going to be about the relationship to somebody else in that series. So I don't know if she's the foil to the lead star in that show, which I think is Miss Depp, and um, but her communication skills are going to come across really well in that series, and her ability to kind of work with the relationship and with the camera is going to be good. And there's going to be some surprises that maybe a lot of people are going to be surprised at what she says and how she says it, and but it says that that's going to be something that's going to be seen as successful, and people are going to write about it in the public domain and say that yeah, she's pretty good. That was a successful thing that she did, and she's going to be very happy about it, and that might lead to some surprises for her down the road after this airs, which is going to be somewhere probably later 2023. Um, Probably they haven't even started to promote it, so I guess it would be maybe whenever that is. Um, I'm guessing maybe in the fall, but that's a long time from now. We'll see. Um, okay, then let's see about her acting career in general. I guess a little bit. See, is this going to spawn into different things, maybe in Korea or elsewhere? So let's see what that tells you about that. So Jenny Ruby Jane. Let's see what we have here for her. And let's says that yeah, she's going to have to kind of reassess what her priorities are. She's going to be doing that. She's going to want to have the flexibility so she can maybe do more, take on maybe more projects in acting. As um, the Blackpink's contract actually ends in August of this year. They signed a 7-year contract, which is a debut contract. So they've been out there for 7 years, and their contract is ending um, in August. And they have this. Their agency is starting to promote this other girl group, this 7-member girl group called Baby Monster, which was one of the names that maybe Blackpink could have used. Um, but they and Pink Punk, Baby Monster, but they decided to go with Blackpink. So here's now Baby Monster. They're younger juniors coming up, ready to um, you know debut soon this year. And Jenny and Lisa are kind of in some of the trailers to introduce them that they're very talented. So it's part of their team, part of their agency. But anyway, it says that this represents priorities about figuring out what's most important to her, and maybe trying to find some flexibility and adaptability in her schedule and what she wants to do moving forward. And it seemed to say that yeah, she's going to hit a goal or objective. She is going to get maybe some type of deal or contract that may bring in another acting role, probably in the summer, or maybe about 4 to 8 months from now. So yeah, right around the time that she's maybe thinking about her new contract. So she's going to start something new, and it's going to change what she does and how she does it, and she's going to be committed to that creative process. So she's going to try to find more time to do these acting roles, explore that with her, because that's the next eventual stage. A lot of singers, K-pop singers, get into acting to extend their careers, and there's a lot of um, incidents of that. Like IU is probably the best one. She's the number one solo singer in K-pop, and she's done a lot. She's very popular in her dramas too. She's done many dramas, so she's a very good actor. So Jennie Kim wants to do the same thing, and there's going to be the possibility is going to be there. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So that's kind of it for thank you, Have Your Way 1984 for that question. I mean, you asked a lot of questions, so I can't get them all, but it looks like yeah, the idol's going to be good, and there's going to be a little bit of buzz around that, and that's going to open up new things for Jennie, and she wants to incorporate more of those in the future. So we're looking forward to, hey, Mai-Li, we're going to be doing this Sunday. We're going to be going to the SF Symphony, San Francisco
Mhm.
Symphony, and we're going to be telling fortunes there at the San Francisco Symphony. So it's kind of an honor to go there. I used to be a season ticket holder way back when, and saw a lot of great artists there back in the day. Classical musicians like Andrea Watts, Ishak Perlman, others, Leontine Price, our broad opera singer. Anyway, that was a long time ago. But we're going to be there at Davie Symphony Hall telling fortunes for their little Lunar New Year program this Sunday. And I'm excited to do. It's only going to be for an hour, but I'm excited to be there.
I'm
And
excited too.
yeah. So have you ever been there?
Never. I
Yeah.
This will be my first time. So
Yeah, it's a
this
beautiful
looks
building.
good.
It's a round kind of piano-shaped building, and it's all glass on the outside. And yeah, it's a really nice venue. I look forward to being there again. And I remember a long, long time ago, they used to have a gala, you know, opening season. Was that, I can't remember. Was that the ballet or the symphony? I guess maybe it was the ballet. Anyway, I went to one of those. Went to a, got all dressed up and red carpet kind of thing, and you know, um, you know, partied, out there before or after the symphony. I guess it was after or the ballet. I can't remember which one it was. 'Cause I used to go to the ballet a lot too. So anyway, enough about me. So yeah, well, we're looking forward to that, and May is going to join us. So May, who's been on our channel, hasn't been on here in a while. So I don't know, maybe we'll get her back on here to help out a little bit. And it's interesting. I met somebody yesterday at a restaurant. She served me. She's Chinese, and her name is Yuchi. Yuki is Yuqi, but so people call her Yuki, but her in Chinese it's pronounced Yuchi. And there's a girl, and she likes K-pop, and there's a girl in a K-pop group called Yuchi from China. So I said, hey, do you know that girl? She goes, yeah, G Idol. Anyway, who knows? Maybe she'll be on the channel down the road. I'm just trying to
Yeah.
get
You get some
variety in the
get a
channel.
variety of guest speakers on your show.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be fun. It'd be fun to have
Yeah.
different people, different points of view, and some people
Hey,
that love K-pop.
are you able to do like four different windows, like multiple windows of people?
I think we could do 3 people. I
Hmm.
have to check to see. I might be able to do more.
Yeah.
I have to look at the what version of the software I have, but yeah, we can have more people. So I wanna do more of that, try to reach out to some of my, people that were on the channel in the past, and I have
Yeah.
another friend that's, in Japan. She's been in Japan for the last several years. So she's in Japan, so maybe I can get her on here and get all the other old people on here and maybe some new people. So we'll
I
see.
agree. It's fun to have multiple people on too because it gives it different flavors, different.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'd be
Hmm.
more fun. So I'll
Hmm.
try to
Okay.
see first I got to figure out the technical things, but uh, yeah, I have Mrs. Cambodia that she might want to come on to, and
Oh, nice.
so yeah, to get her twist on things. But yeah, we'll work on it. So tomorrow, I'm hoping to try to do. I don't know if you're going to be available tomorrow, but I'm going to hope to try to do these 2 girl groups. So there's a bunch of new 4th generation girl groups that came out. They're very young, but they're very talented. And there's a bunch of them. There's like, I don't know, a dozen of them.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. So Stacy, Weekly, Le Seraphine, Ive. The one I like the most so far is New Jeans. Maybe it's their music, but they're extremely popular. So they just debuted. So I'm gonna look at them and also Baby Monster. So we'll try to do that tomorrow. If you guys are interested in that, tune in tomorrow, and hopefully we'll be on time instead of
I
10,
know.
12 minutes late.
There's so much technical stuff with all this. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm just some guy, trying to figure it out. I'm not, I mean, I used to be technical, but maybe I'm not so technical anymore. But,
Just
but yeah, I'll have to figure it out, and we'll see. As we learn, we'll get better. So,
I
all
will.
right. Well, anyway, so that's all for now. Everybody go about their way. So, thank you, Mai-Li, for joining us, and until next time,
Wish
wishing you
you
all
all
good
good
fortune.
fortune.
Take care. See you Sunday.